empathy. Have you ever heard the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover"? Well, this story is the perfect example. Picture this: a sunny day at a shooting range, the air thick with the smell of gunpowder and the crack of rifles. Among the usual crowd of seasoned shooters and military personnel, there was a woman who, to many, seemed a bit out of place. She was petite, focused, methodically working her way through a set of drills with her own rifle. On the lane next to her stood a group of Navy SEALs. You know, the type confident, skilled, the elite of the elite. They were running their own high-speed drills, moving with a precision that was almost intimidating. They noticed her, of course, maybe. They saw her determination, or maybe they were just curious. She finished the magazine and began to swap out her paper target. One of the SEALs approached her. Now, you might expect a bit of condescension, a patronizing comment, or maybe an unsolicited tip. But that's not what happened. Instead, he held out his own rifle, a top-of-the-line, fully customized piece of equipment, the kind you see in action movies. He simply said, "Wanna try it?" Wasn't a challenge or a test. It was a genuine offer, a sign of respect from one shooter to another. The woman was a bit taken aback, but smiled and accepted. The SEAL didn't hover over her shoulder or offer a long-winded explanation of his fancy gear. He just handed her the rifle, checked that she was comfortable with it, and then did something remarkable. He took a step back. He and his teammates simply stood back and watched. They gave her space, trusting her to know what she was doing. She shouldered the unfamiliar weapon, took a moment to get the feel of it, its weight, its balance, too. It was heavier and more complex than her own. She took a deep breath, lined up the sights on the fresh target downrange, and squeezed the trigger. Crack! A clean shot! She fired again, and again, creating a tight grouping right in the center of the target. She wasn't just competent. She was an incredibly skilled. When the magazine was empty, she lowered the rifle, a small smile playing on her lips. The SEAL who had offered it nodded, a look of impressed acknowledgement on his face. There was no grand applause, no dramatic scene. It was a quiet moment of mutual respect. He hadn't seen a woman who needed help. He'd seen a fellow shooter and wanted to share the experience. He recognized her skill and treated her as an equal. This story isn't just about shooting. It's about breaking down stereotypes. It shows that true confidence and expertise don't need to be loud or boastful. The SEALs, at the peak of their profession, showed true class. They didn't see gender or size. They saw skill and passion. They judged her not by her appearance, but by her actions and her ability. It's a powerful reminder for all of us. In any field, whether it's sports, business, or a hobby, we should look past our initial assumptions. True masters of a craft often recognize and respect talent in others, regardless of what they look like. It's about sharing a passion and building community, not about ego. That day at the range, a simple gesture of offering a rifle and stepping back spoke volumes about character, respect, and seeing the skill beyond the stereotype. It's moments like these that truly define what it means to be a professional. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.